Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Boy.
Hello.
It's never over.
Not really. Yeah, I was just making the joke that Distant Worlds 4 starts now, and you just have to go and do it on your own. Sorry, you don't get anybody else to do it with, but just go somewhere. You could do your own.
Well, I'm heading back north for all the waypoints I missed.
Yep. Go, see? Yeah, ha.
Well, that's
just like one of my shows,
then.
Michael. You're setting a high bar here.
OBS and disconnect all and disconnect. Right?
Doing my last music on the radio was so nerve-wracking because I always was so scared of messing up my audio settings while it was running. I'm like, oh no, what if it cuts out? What if it does something? Oh.
That's part of the thing.
What if there's Discord notifications coming over music? What if I started?
Everyone hear me on video.
Yes, and there's 10 people listening. I know.
Finally. Okay, Distant Worlds 3 is over. Hello, this is the podcast. This is the Distant Worlds 3 is over podcast. Someone left. Few left. Was already upset with how things are going. So yeah, Distant World is over. And at least for most of you people, who's made it to the end? Is someone still lagging behind besides me?
Yeah, I'm definitely.
I'm in the bubble. I'm done.
Wonderful.
I mean, I made it to waypoint 15, but just turned around because I'm not done out here.
I've ended up in Colonia, and I realise I'm back doing the thing that I was doing about 18 months ago, which is trying to unlock the on-foot engineers, which I've remembered as a totally thankless task.
Yeah, that's one thing I'm not going to be messing with. I've started to get my engineering mats. I've spent like 2 days in a row at Jameson, and I'm ready to die. Somebody just come kill me.
Oh no, I just realized I'm on Odysseus and I didn't want to go back to the bubble yet. Whoops.
Isn't the Odysseus still out there though? For a bit?
Yeah, but I think the leaving date is today. It's like now-ish.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it started moving a bit ago.
Yeah, I got it.
Well, Zoria took like 2 or 3 days
I'm going to be here, but I'm going to be booting up my computer because I'm on my laptop right now to try to get off it.
The bubble is where you want to be right now. I got a lot to do. I got back in time for the CG though, which was pretty nice. I got the pre-engineered cargo racks. No complaints.
Oh, there's DJ Creepy's probably gonna want to be invited. Hello. Someone's late.
Am I late or are you early?
I'm a wizard. I always arrive precisely when I mean to. Okay, Space Trash. Now you've got the podcaster role, so you should be able to put yourself on stage. Now, an exercise in Discord usage. Oh, what? You requested? Okay, we can do it like that too. Bam.
Oh, yeah, this is the real test.
Yeah, but it's tech problems. Nothing unusual going on here.
Now, if I want to use my computer, I need to change my peripherals too. I haven't been gaming in so long, I almost forgot how to turn on my computer.
Okay.
Yep. I'm back.
So yeah, most people are currently busy with pulling cards from the new deck that has been, or the booster edition that has been put on Elite Dangerous.
Oh, I'm so happy I pulled the Between Waypoints card. I'm so happy.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I saw that. I've been getting harassed by people with meme cards made about me. Ama. It's just you, Ama.
Yeah. Well, you were kind of asking for it, so.
I was asking for it. I was literally asking for it. I won't blame you.
I am going to pull cards while we are chatting here because I still have 20 boosters left to open, and I shaved them just for this. Yeah, I had over 30, and I couldn't resist earlier today. But yeah, this is one of the nice memorabilia thingies I think we got so far. Is our own booster set with 200 cards.
That's a lot of cards.
For Elite Dangerous. Yes, it's a lot, and I'm really happy that we got this.
It was definitely
Yeah, so,
unexpected. I didn't know anything was like
Optimus Koala is listening, or anyone else from Elite Dangerous. If you want to come on stage and chat about it, or a bit like how you came up with the cards or what your process was, you're welcome to do that. You'll have to join the Distant Radio Discord for that. The link is on the website. But yeah, I'm insanely grateful for having this. Now, I don't even know if there's. I haven't looked at the cards people have been posting because I didn't want to spoil myself.
I think the purpose of like looking at them and it's like sparking memories from along the months, like that has definitely been working for me. Like where it's like showing like different pictures of different waypoints, and I'm like,
oh, I just pulled Zoria.
Well, I pulled the Pillar of Chista, so that's a great set.
Unfortunately, she can't be here tonight because of Memorial Day shenanigans. Which is probably which is probably why a few people are too busy to join us tonight. Which I don't hold against them. I hold it against holidays in general.
I feel too European. What is that?
Memorial Day? I don't know. There's also Corpus Christi tomorrow, so
yeah. Well,
but Memorial Day is for war veterans.
People. Okay. Very unique.
Yeah.
That might
so get actually stuck.
Like Remembrance Day.
Mourning the ones who've died.
Yeah.
Same idea.
Okay.
It's not the same as Veterans Day, right? Because there is Veterans Day that we have in the fall. They're veterans who survived, so this is for the ones who didn't.
We get the Dead Veterans Day and the Alive Veterans Day.
I'm learning so much about American
Memorial
culture.
Day is also the unofficial start of summer over here.
Right, 3-day weekends.
Correct.
Oh, the weather's going to be so hot this week.
I know. I'm already suffering.
Mm-hmm.
Last I checked, we have rain all week
in total, and you need to get more boosters by playing Elite Dangerous adventures and weeklies and all that kind of stuff, and finding secret codes on the website and all that stuff.
Wait, were the adventures also available in English, or were those only in French? C'est pas du problème, but.
I think they're in English as well.
I think there's translation happening. Yeah. At least
I remember when I first.
There is.
Because I think started playing
the line somewhere that was like, oh, they're like fully in French, but that might just be that they are like fully available in French.
That is a French website.
I'm seeing them in English. There is translations. Now you can even see a list of commanders who've completed this adventure. That's adorable.
Somebody mentioned that website to me when I first started playing the game, and they were like, "Oh, you might want to like get into this." And I didn't know enough about even how to play Elite to do any of that. So now that I actually have the skill set required, I might want to get into that, because it does get a little boring without a story to follow. You know, I want something to do. not just
That's one
go
of the things
collect
I liked
engineering
about
mats.
Meta Elite was actually giving some direction.
Mm-hmm. And I didn't really do a lot of that, but I heard that most of it was really just like logging in at the waypoint and making sure that you're there for the most part during the
There were
expedition.
those ones,
Was that the case?
But the side stories actually got a bit more detailed.
What was your favorite one?
Didn't really get to participate in it,
Fair.
seeing as we knew basically where it was, but the missing DSSA carrier.
Yeah, that was cool. That was cool.
Oh, it's also such a hard thing. Like if you don't know in advance, like, oh, what is too much detail? What is too little detail? Like you literally cannot test it, which is
Yeah, but the giveaway for the first one was too easy. That was like they went from impossible to here it is.
Yep.
Here's this tiny region of space, and it was found in like an
Right.
hour.
I don't even think it was that. It was like 45 minutes.
It was so quick.
It was so quick. So I tried to do a little bit more craftiness when we had the Crash T9 or whatever that was.
Yeah, I
like
still
the
have to catch up on the story as well.
The whole like nanites thing starting over in Colonia was an interesting one for me.
Well, I haven't even seen that yet.
Just been offline for like the past weeks.
I think it was mostly just part of the pre-trip getting from Colonia up towards Beagle.
Man, I even looked at like the mission creation. I was thinking of like, oh, should I do a little something? But it was hard. It was very hard, and so I stopped at some point.
I was thinking about doing something for the expedition, but yeah, didn't get around to do that.
Lack of
so many things to do.
To be developed and used even outside of this.
Yeah. You two talked over each other, so I don't think that came through clearly.
That's what we're good at.
Yeah, I know.
Absolutely.
Like half of the podcast is like this.
Well, yeah, but it's very if they don't talk over each other when there's a delay on anyone else's voice coming through, so it just can't be helped. Like you wait for someone to finish speaking, you start speaking immediately, and then someone else has started talking because that last person's just stopped to finish. So it's like, yes, if someone else starts talking, you'll try and be polite and stop, but you can't prevent it. Like, well, not at this distance, you know what I mean? It's not on Discord.
Is it just me, or is your audio crackling?
Crackly.
Yeah, it's crackling a bit.
Is.
Very crackly.
But it's like fine.
For me. Hang on a minute.
Click, click, click.
Click, click, click. Audio setup noises in the background. Oh, log into your Frontier account? Oh no.
Yes, they need to track your progress.
Yes. No, I'm just
So
like I'm trying to open Elite and I have not been like I haven't been home in 2 weeks, and before that it was like another at least a month where I did log in properly.
Two.
Oh yeah.
I have you on my friends list.
I said at least a month. I said at least a month.
I just double pulled the distant suns in one booster.
Oh.
Easy.
I only got 4 boosters and I got 3 doubles in there. I was getting unlucky.
Hey,
Says Alma hasn't
Did you
been
already
on
try
like
code?
3 months.
Did you already try Code Leave Radio?
I'm down to. People need to find that.
Well, we're on the podcast. So wait, like did Distant Radio have one on its own?
I haven't seen it yet. If there is one,
Because I thought it was appropriate to do a radio code on the radio. You know.
Yeah. So
now it's 3 months ago, Ama. Oh my god!
Shut
It's been
up!
3 months, Ama. You just said 1 and it's 3.
Shut up!
Oh, so you just stowed away on a carrier and just
Look,
rode
She
away?
hasn't played the whole expedition.
Online and in the Pics and Vids Discord, no. It is like at this point, it is hundreds of hours, and so like there is no time left over to open the game myself.
You're working
I think I
yourself too
taxied-
hard.
I
We
think-
need you on the game.
I think I taxied from like 7 to 9. I think it was. I think I taxied Josh Sun through Korea because I like was doing other stuff. But
That's why I
don't know. Anyway,
I think I said on the last podcast or something like I'm gonna have to still retrace the entire pathway of the expedition. Like I do plan on starting off at what was it like waypoint 3 again, and then just going through the entirety. And I think I'm going to be taking my sister with me because she like originally wanted to also join, but like didn't get around to with exams and also getting into Elite in the first place. Like she's always seen me play, but never tried it out for herself. So I'm gonna still be redoing the expedition. I think either. Oh, I was gonna say end of this year, but I'm gonna be working on the art book afterwards as well. So maybe like end of this year, beginning of next year, if all goes well.
There's an art book now.
No,
Would it be helpful to have like a like make a sheet or something for like needed imagery to put something together?
The thing is like the concept is still not fully developed yet. I'm still finishing issue 6 right now, and it's the like I think I've said this here before as well, but the concept came from the fact that I'm discovering and saving so many images, but 80 to 90% of them don't get used because there's just not that much space in the magazine, and people have expressed interest in seeing like, hey, what about all the pretty images you collected? And I was like, well, I can put them together in an art book, and then that kind of evolved into
Cool.
like, hey, let me go through the entirety of the Pics and Vids channel, and then instead of like to get like a visual idea of what the expedition was like, I think I'm probably going to be structuring it like along the like as I'm saying, it's like structuring it along the waypoints and like giving probably some sort of timeline on like when things were happening where. And so instead of just scrolling through that channel, you have the art book then. Like this is very far in the future. This is not anytime soon, but like it's just like this is still going to take a lot of work. But that can also be flipped through to just get a visual impression of what the expedition was like for everybody.
I did a similar thing with my big post in Pics and Vids the other day. I compiled I had like 500 screenshots from the expedition, and I compiled all my favorite ones, and I have all the ones where like I was with people and everything. So I made a big ass post that has like 80 comments or whatever, because I just bombed it with all of my posts. So if you want to go look at that in Pics and Vids, I've got like my whole DW3 scrapbook kind of thing going on. So I think that's a good idea.
That is going to be the idea of like making one big mega collection of like I just put in the chat here. Perhaps just generally along the structure of the waypoints, and then maybe in between having like some like potentially even some individual people's experience of the expedition. So this is a work in progress.
Well, take all the time you need. I know it'll only get better.
Absolutely.
And I'm sure there's still a bunch of people that like haven't put out their pictures or anything from the expedition that are kind of waiting or something like that. So you'll only get more.
Yeah, I've been trying to here and there like invite people to like share everything and anything. I see literally every image, every post that gets posted there. My eyes will gaze upon it, and I'll be able to choose like, hey, do I want to put this anywhere?
That's awesome.
Yes, but that's the origin of that very embarrassing screenshot you just put into chat.
Yeah, well, we can't all be chronic elite players, can we? Some of us have to do the other things. The radio, like I would have probably played twice as much Elite in the expedition if I wasn't fucking DJing all the time. It's like
I'm trying to log into Frontier, and now it's like, oh, a verification email has been sent, and then I'm trying to log into my email, and now I need to verify my login for my email. So now I need to send an SMS to my phone, to put that in to get the email to get the verification code for Frontier, so I may open Elite and so I may leave the fleet carrier.
Do you ever play Split Fiction, Amaris?
I've watched a lot of gameplay of it, but I haven't gotten around. It's on my wish list, but haven't gotten around to playing.
wish list.
There's a scene on a motorbike where there's a bomb on the bike. The last on the back of the bike is trying to defuse the bomb, but she's got to go through like 19 captures and 2 FAs and requests and everything on the thing while this bomb's ticking down. And it's one of the funniest things I've ever seen in a game in my lifetime. I think we played that again, Michael, didn't we?
That part yet. But now the SMS code is not working, so I'm going to have to send it to a different email to then. Okay.
And then you'll have to 2FA for that as well.
Yeah,
Yep.
that would be something. That would be something.
You're stuck in the loop.
Yeah.
And by the time you finally authenticate on the last link in the chain, the original code will have expired. And you have to
Yeah, true. Well, I'm still very happy that I essentially got to attend all the events and jumps still like digitally, like for the past like month or two. I've been still like in the FleetCom Discord joining whenever events were happening and looking at all the beautiful crashes of people attempting mass jumps.
Yeah. Yeah. You're giving me trauma as a volunteer. Jesus.
It's not a Distant Worlds if the mass jumps utterly break something. Normally it's FDev servers, but they actually did a better job of it this time.
I think they did. I crashed the first jump on like literally the first day of DW3. I was trying to get into Alice zones and kept crashing.
No, crashing the whole server so everyone in the game gets booted.
Oh, I haven't seen that. I don't think I saw a few instances get bombed, but
that was
not the entire server.
That was the launch jump for both Distant Worlds 1 and 2. Is just the game crashed.
Yep.
Jesus.
Tradition by now.
I was honestly
the only
disappointed when we didn't do it this time.
Like the only game crash that I've seen is that one day when there was that big thing, like, oh, there's some guy hacking and going around and blowing people up or whatever. Like, what was that? Like waypoint 7 maybe? When the servers were down for like the whole day.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, and then it turns out it wasn't even that. Love it. There's no hacker.
Well, there was someone who got some kind of like high level access and was doing some bullshit. So it's like,
yeah, it was some weird shit.
Oh,
but that was pretty cool.
I remember that screenshot.
I think I was in a mass jump that crashed, I think, repeatedly. We had to give up in the end, sadly.
No, that's sad. I always got so much joy. Anybody pointed out my clipper. I'm like, yeah, my clipper.
I just had to buy a clipper and I hate it. I can't do large ships.
Well,
Give me back my Mandalay.
It's not large.
The Panther clipper.
Clipper.
I'm talking about the clipper.
Yeah,
she's talking about the clipper. I just got to the other clipper.
Just reminded you of
the triple loop of shame in the Panther clipper Mark II.
Sorry, I was thinking
a mass crash of waypoint 8, where I am still.
Waypoint 8. You got a few to make, Michael.
Uh-huh. I know. But I'm still refusing to use Windows, so if unless somebody gets me a subscription for GeForce Now or something, I'm probably screwed.
Do you even have enough bandwidth for that?
Barely. I think that should
call
be
him out.
For 1080p.
Well, it's not his fault.
Lower the bitrate.
Ooh,
No.
what? Where?
I've mentioned it before, but I think it's pretty funny. The one instance where I ran Elite over GeForce Now just to listen to the Galaxy Radio. It was real good.
Is the Elite Radio actually good? Because I've never I've never messed with that.
The problem is it like just reads the last. I have this project in mind where I want to record a bunch of them because the problem it just reads out the Galnet like articles, but I really love the voice and the sound effects that are layered on there. There's just not that many. It only goes back a few entries. I don't know if it's like 5 or 6 entries.
Yeah,
and then
I've seen it on my panel.
Anything past that, it's just you can never access those again, which is extremely sad because I want 3 hours of it. I want 5 hours of it. It's such a great like background noise. I love it so much. But
yeah, I've always loved Galnet, definitely. It's always been great. But yeah, there's not enough like to accompany you on any meaningful play session. Like yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, the main problem is that it's so short always because it doesn't have that much history. So there's the vague plan of I'd like to record a bunch of them to string them together, but that just means I need to start whenever. And that's another project on my plate.
Yeah,
I have so many on my
about
plate.
to say.
It's too many.
Give her more shit to do.
Yep.
I can't get enough.
Is it a pile yet?
Oh, it's been a pile for years. Like, look, in 2024, I sat down with my coach and we were about to like start a thing that was going to be a project calendar of like all the random creative projects, like bits and bobs of like, this is a small thing, this is a large thing, and then making a true creative calendar for it so I can have a plan on executing all of them. And then as we were just about to do that, I was like, oh shit, I need to study for my degree. I haven't been doing that for the past year. So maybe actually I should not be doing random creative projects. Maybe I should be studying to pass my exams. That would probably be a good idea. So that has been shelved in the sense that the creative projects have kept piling up. And I guess specifically between waypoints is like the one thing that is just like, doesn't matter how many, doesn't matter what exams I have. It's like this needs to be done. This needs to be worked on. So it's been forcing me a bit into just like, oh, yeah, I do actually need some creative time as well. I can't just survive on work and study and exercise and sleeping, which is not great for the soul.
Hopefully there's some eating in there too.
As you say that, I am chomping into a bit of a peach. Yep.
Nom nom nom.
But I mean, even on that note, I've reduced cooking. Like I technically like to cook, but like with time just being a factor, it's been very difficult to like motivate myself to cook unless I've like made the real meal or like made a full meal plan in the beginning of the week, so I know what all the ingredients, I know exactly what I'm gonna do, and I can't just take my time with it anymore. Because that just means I'm using my entire evening for cooking, which is very fun. But then exams.
I don't like cooking, so it sounds like you've got it figured out at least. I just eat out.
No, I wish I could afford that. Or in the sense
that I can't.
You just like make like 3 days a week, make something that's going to give you a bunch of leftovers and then just alternate through the rest of the week.
Oh yeah, that's also what I do anyway. Like if I cook, I need to cook at least like 5 portions. Oh no, where am I? I'm in space. I am seeing, oh my god. No, did I get off the carrier? I am seeing the blue nebulas of Beagle Point.
Oh.
Yeah,
holy fuck. Good luck getting back to the bubble.
Been there before.
Well,
yeah, I look at my master.
You ever see that? What was that movie? Was it Lion, where the little kid falls asleep on one of those cargo trains in India, and he wakes up and fucking. He's like 4,000 miles away. And then no one even speaks his language. He ends up getting adopted.
I am so feeling Project Hail Mary coded right now. Like just Grace looking at the nav panel and being like, That's
You
not
got
our son. That's not our.
You got Grace.
Well,
Yeah.
now I guess I know my plans for next week, which
Going
involves
home.
Go find a rock friend.
going home.
Well, I guess the benefit is you can't go any further in the wrong direction.
That is so
Yeah.
true. So true.
Whichever way you go, you're only going closer.
I'm starting
Well,
at 0.
Salome's reach, is it?
Okay.
Yeah, that's the only. Yeah, you could just get to Salome's. I guess that's you might as well at this point.
I probably like then last time I probably came in from here. But like, what am I doing off the like? What was I doing? It's just been so long that I don't remember. And so I've been very convinced this entire time that I could have just gotten off the carrier at any point. I just like always didn't get around to it. I was like, oh, this evening I'm going to play Elite, and then I didn't. And I was like,
That's
oh, this
hilarious.
evening I'm gonna play Elite, and then I didn't.
You gaslit
And
yourself
so-
for 3 months thinking that you were on a carrier.
Oh, that's fun. That's fun.
That's wild.
That's actually real funny.
At least I knew I wasn't.
Yeah, same.
Where are you,
Oh,
Michael?
this means I'm gonna get the authentic experience. You know, like at least no one can accuse me of cheating the expedition.
You have
Yeah,
to
what was that?
actually dock
Waypoint
at,
4?
dock at
Yep.
Rainbow's End.
You
You have to
Yeah,
touch it.
I was actually planning to get out at Rainbow's End to get a bunch of shots, like to like get nice shots of the station. But then it ended up that people were posting enough nice shots already that I was like, yeah, I don't need like a specific angle or something. So I'm just gonna take these. I don't need to get out.
Check that out.
Yeah, just get Scorpio's video of him dumping the bio waste on there. That's all you need.
Yep. Exactly.
Operation.
Well, I mean-
What was it? Mudshot landslide.
Was that when they emptied the lost DSSA?
No, it was Scorpio was going around the whole expedition in his Caspian, just unloading full loads of bio waste onto people. And it definitely happened at Rainbow's End. And then when it came out, you couldn't pay off your fines at the station. So like he was like every time that he came near the station, he was just having to fight off the system authority, and it was hilarious to see. Oh, Scorpio's
Like
back.
shot
There's
on
a bunch
the
of
stage.
fighting outside the station. And then FDev a week later had to put in like the stuff so you could pay off your. But Zoria opened up her what was it, her squadron, because you could do it through there apparently. So she she was helping people out through that because a bunch of people were getting fines and they were just dying out there over and over.
Wow.
Classic FDev moment.
I think I did that during the Shoulder of Orion, that I was like docking on the colonization carrier, and I like to skim over the deck, you know. I fly with HOTAS, and I got a reckless flying. Like, yeah, whatever, it's 50 credits, whatever. You can't pay it off. So now I'm hundreds of I'm flying in a Clipper, and I got nothing. And like I can bounce between the supply carriers, but I can't fly back to the bubble.
And if I remember correctly, he died at one point, and it put him at one of the prison stations, like 30,000 light years away or something. It was just ridiculous.
Yep.
Like fucking Lister and Red Dwarf, where he's like, when you realize he's been in fucking hypersleep for however long, and he wakes up and he's like, I've still got the library book.
Where's my fuel?
So I normally add people to my friends list, and I don't cull it that often. And I was just going through it. I think it was before the last jump, and I got an invitation. I think it was Laramet for the scatter jump, which I missed by 90 seconds, but that's another topic. And I'm going through my friends list, and I forget who it is, but my winner right now is 62 months since last log, which is, I think, almost. That's not quite Distant Worlds 3, but that's quite a ways back.
5 years, 2 months.
Right?
That's a while.
That's a while. I probably need to bump them. I don't think they're active anymore.
I just had to cull my friends list the other day. Purge.
Is it like 1,000? Is it top end or something like that?
Oh my god, I had like 200, and that was more than enough.
I have 10 pages. or something like that, 10 or
I
12
have
pages.
I've
so
got 600
many
of them.
between all 3 Distant Worlds, and being a host for the events this time just really shot it up.
Oh
'Cause
yeah.
on Distant Worlds 1 and 2, you just, I'm in an instance with someone, friend request.
Right.
That
But
was
now when you
that
look
was an hour of my life. Go like accept.
Oh.
And
The
then
real
I
when
was
you
doing that at
go
the
in-
beginning, but I
Yeah,
gave
that's
up.
what I mean.
It was
Like
just too
in the
many.
beginning, I was still doing some stuff there.
Well,
Yeah,
there's
that's
just too many
that's
people.
why also like the like not HUD, yeah, but like it was crashing because it was rendering all the profile pictures, right?
Oh,
I believe
that's
so.
right. Yes,
Yeah,
that's right.
that's
It
why
was
we
just
had
too much.
our friend lists.
And then when you have to wing people in for the events, it's just like, oh gods, I have to scroll through how many names?
Yeah, like 100 every time. And then people are in the chat the whole time, like, get me, and I'm like, there's a million of you.
I'm going down one list in the game. I'm going down
There's a
another list
million.
in a spreadsheet. Please be patient.
Yeah, I would love to do another one of those at some point. I just don't think it would generate nearly the same hype as that.
Who
You
knows?
know, that
Maybe it's gonna be
was a
more
blast.
because it's an even number again. Distant Worlds 2 was 13,000. Distant Worlds 4 might also be. But yeah, I think the final one is gonna be Distant Worlds 7, the Final Fantasy.
No. Distant World 6, The Final Frontier. Or The Undiscovered Country. Final Frontier was Star Trek.
Return of the Jedi, you mean?
Return of the Jedi.
Well, you know,
I
I
was
am
about to
going
say-
to do my Distant Worlds 3.5, The Voyage Home now, I guess.
Yeah,
Free
you've got
to the
about a half
Yep.
an expedition to do.
Yep.
I'm doing my first jump. I got myself an FSD injection. I'm jumping 90 light years because I have
Yay.
I think my range is like 51.
Which carrier were you on that dropped you at Beagle Point?
Like no, I was on the Odysseus for the longest time, but like I think like in
The
between
longest
I
time?
was
A
also- I was
month
also
max.
swapping-
Yeah,
well,
right.
until we arrived there sometimes, you know. I was also swapping between like Chista and Odysseus, like depending on like when I was taking those fun pictures, I stayed on Chista for a while.
Oh, did you hop off at Beagle Point and forgot to get back on?
Yes,
Yeah,
apparently.
sounds like it.
And I did not
Oh,
I did not know. I had
Well,
no
50
idea.
light
Oh my
years is
god,
better
because my
range than we
HOTAS
used
is
to
not
have.
connected, it has the standard
Keybinds?
control, keybinds, and it's more like mouse and keyboard right now. I don't feel like
can't
connecting my HOTAS, but I don't know where
You
I
can't
put
play
my-
this
I don't
game
know
without
where
a
I put my
HOTAS after playing it once. You know, like I can't ever go back to mouse and keyboard. How are
Right.
you doing that?
convenience.
Right.
I'm like trying to do things and
Now,
So-
a controller is a nice midpoint. I will say that.
That's
what I've heard. I haven't tried it.
Never
Yes.
changing.
For a controller, for me, it just seemed a bit weird, and it's kind of for that section. I don't even have like a second HOTAS controller. I just have a standard flight stick, so like that's where I'm fine with mouse and keyboard a lot of times. I just need to upgrade my set more.
I've got the throttle and the flight stick, and I'll never go back. I don't think I could. You know, like I tried mouse and keyboard last week, and I was like, "Holy crap!" Like,
I do it by duress.
depends on the like if it, with the standard keybinds, I would not want to play like
Oh, it's
I
horrible.
do think they need to like they do need to like be adjusted.
And one other beef I have with the like elite normal keybinds is there's like 3 or 4 in there that you really want that they just don't give to you right out the box.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why can't you go into low wake without binding a button for that? You know, like, thanks.
That's why I have 2 separate buttons. One is low wake, one is high wake.
Yeah, I have 2 as well.
Yeah.
On controller,
myself
holding
I've still got a
holding
controller.
the top button and then pressing up or down. I think.
I've still got a controller. You know, you can't. You can give the Xbox peasant a PC, but he'll still be an Xbox peasant. But I did get a virtual Stream Deck set up during the expedition, and that's been a bit of a game changer. Just having the whole bunch of buttons for all the random things where
Yeah,
you think, what's turn off orbit lines, and it's like some Street Fighter button move combo, and you think I'm just going to screw it up and turn on silent running or something.
Cook yourself.
So that's been a bit of a revelation.
There's a really nice app if you use a controller called Rewazd, right? So WASD, right, or your normal, first person shooter movement, WASD, and then RE in front of it. Rewazd. It's an app. It's a one-time. But if you have, and there's especially if you use a controller, the Xbox Elite 2, I think it's called. Coincidentally, it has a couple palm buttons, like 4 extra buttons, and you can use that and break them out. So it gives you like 2 or 3 extra levels of like shift controls. I can do it.
Back pedals.
Yeah, you can do a real lot actually. When if I travel for work, I have a little gaming laptop and I take that with me, and I'll fly Elite, from the hotel room, and it's a little touchy, a little squirrely, but
yeah,
you can fly.
I've got one of those controllers as well.
I've heard good things about the Steam controller lately.
As have I.
Oh, didn't it sell out instantly right now, the new one?
My wife is on the wait list.
Nice.
On wait list.
It does look awesome.
It looks awesome.
Yes, I see Cubite in chat, by the way. He got a HOTAS after he started in DW3. It's awesome. I completely agree. I got mine like 30 hours in. Because I was like, I got 4 months of this expedition left. And now I'm still not done using it. I gotta go get into combat.
For the expedition as well, originally.
The way. Got a decent deal, so why not?
Yep.
Nice.
Worth it. And now I can play other games if I want to, but I haven't.
Yeah.
I've been stuck in Elite. So much to do.
Apparently the Star Wars Squadrons, I never played it, but apparently that works really well with the HOTAS as well.
Intriguing.
Star Wars.
I was looking at nuclear option, some Microsoft Flight Sim here and there.
Yep.
I'm wondering how a HOTAS might work on the Star Wars Racer, because you've got a throttle for that. How will that work?
You can map it to anything. You can make it work because if it doesn't work in the actual, if it isn't supported in the actual game itself, you can still map the functions of the HOTAS to other things.
Yeah, you get a bunch of programs.
A bit more of a faff in it, you know what I mean? But yeah,
there's a great.
I used to use a HOTAS for the flying choppers in Battlefield. So I've just
that's cool.
Hands up to the desk for keyboard and mouse, from keyboard and mouse when I'm on foot, and then onto the HOTAS when I'm flying the little bird or the people carrier chopper. That was fucking riot. It was so much fun. Flying a chopper with a
controller,
joystick. Sorry, is unreal. It just feels so good. Absolutely amazing.
I'm gonna go try that out.
Surely for Pod Racer, it's 2 throttles would be the canonical way of doing it.
Well, not everything in Star Wars Racer is going to have that setup, though.
Oh, I'm just thinking of the movie.
Oh, yeah, the movie. I remember the arcade game for that, and it had the 2 separate throttles you had to manage.
Yeah.
Yes.
Really?
Yep.
Huh. I missed that.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, twin stick
You
for
mean
that.
Is that how you steered? Away.
Yep, you would pull one throttle back and you just turn that direction.
Yeah, down your right thruster and up your left to turn right. Sort of thing. Yeah.
Yep. I saw somebody on Reddit last week that had 2 of the VKB Omni throttles. They had a throttle on each side and they used the right side as the aiming throttle. And I was like, what?
Oh, isn't that HOSAS?
I've seen someone.
Yeah, but
I've never seen.
I have a HOSAS. And I've got a throttle and a stick. This guy had 2 throttles, and he's using the right side one as the aiming stick, and it didn't make any sense to me. But good for hose ass, Michael. Exactly, that's what the guy was doing. It's what?
Is that how you're supposed to do it? Do you not have? Is it with
hands on throttle and throttle?
Hold on, I'll send a picture of what mine looks like. You can look
at sorry, you said 2 throttles.
Oh, yeah, he had 2 throttles.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I wasn't listening. Yeah.
If it works.
I'm confused now.
Yeah. Hands on throttle and throttle is literally a HOTAS.
Yeah. HOTAS.
And there's also apparently a HOSAC.
Was coded.
Stick and keyboard. Yeah, stick and keyboard.
God.
Somebody
Oh
posted
my
that
God.
they fly stick right hand and then use their keyboard for all their other commands and throttle and.
Actually, like,
I'm like,
I've never
what?
thought about it before, but that sounds pretty good, actually.
It would
I
work.
mean, remember, some of you play like TIE Fighter back in the day?
Yep.
You actually had to
Yes.
play that with two people, ideally, one taking care of the keyboard, and just doing the computer part, like being a co-pilot, really, and the other took care of the flying. Ooh, Yannick is here.
All right. Unfortunately, I've got to go.
Well, then
Aw.
we're
Thank you.
replacing you. We're replacing you with Yannick
Yeah.
now.
Replacement showed up
Honestly, that's an
immediately.
upgrade. All right. Thanks for having me.
Nice
Bye-bye.
chat.
Actually,
07.
Have a good
And
night.
thank
good
you for
one.
the expedition.
Yeah,
all.
later.
does that Rewazd app you mentioned with the controller, can it do, because I've got the Elite 1 controller, can it map the paddle buttons to something other than one of the other buttons?
But another button, you mean?
No, because normally when you map the paddles, they can only duplicate one of the other buttons. Like
Right.
A,
Right.
B,
No,
right shoulder.
Rewise breaks that. That breaks those four buttons into
Oh.
separates. Oh yeah, and you can do
Oh.
and you can do what you call macros. So like I have I think my the four-way key, the four-way pad, or by the D-pad, right? I use that if you do a short click, you do, let's say, one pip, and if I hold it for say 2 seconds, then I've got a macro that says, okay, profile to sys, to reboost my shields, or to engines, or to weapons, right? So
Oh,
yeah, so you can do It's
Because normally I
it's
just use the
Oh.
paddles, and I never use the
Oh.
four X, Y, A, B. Never get used at all.
Yeah,
Because they're
right.
just, why would I use them? I just got them.
No,
There
no.
are other things now, but
Rewast is really, really clever.
because I never understood why did Microsoft make it so limited? I don't understand. Why
Yeah.
not let
Buggers.
people just map it to something else as opposed to it can only be one of the other buttons? Why? I just want
Honestly,
I want those for
you
something
can-
else.
I have a theory
You can
about that,
do
or a
that.
hypothesis.
It's just hard.
I know.
make it
No,
very difficult.
No. I think that is a conscious design decision Microsoft made with Windows.
Yeah.
They
To
wanted
lock
to
it.
be kind of an in-between between the full control kind of Linux desktop stuff, like the full control stuff, and the completely user streamlined Mac OS thingy. I think that's the thing, and they're taking inspiration from both, but probably usually tend towards having it the Apple way, and they're doing that more and more recently. So that just hardens the theory.
But don't they do also, like, they lock it, like if you're playing Xbox Live, which I don't have, I only play PC, but they lock it so you can't use like a joystick in an Xbox game, because that would be like, that would be an advantage.
That'd be too good.
Yeah,
right?
Yep.
they
Yeah,
did-
third-party
it's-
software and stuff.
Right.
Yeah, at
So
some
that's
point
what
they
Rewise
actually-
does. It breaks that, kind of jailbreaks your controller. I was gonna say
Yeah,
also too,
they
the stuff
actually
for a joystick, like
usually-
joystick gremlin or something like that. You can do all kinds of fun stuff with that.
And
Oh,
they
yeah.
initially also banned like the adapters for keyboard and mouse to controller
Yes.
ports for like the PlayStation 3 and stuff.
Yes.
So yeah, they probably just want to avoid giving players an
Yep.
advantage, an unfair advantage.
Yeah, I used to have
Yeah, it
beef
has
with
to be,
this.
huh?
I was a Destiny player, and there was a streamer that I used to go up against all the time, Dr. Lupo. He's fairly big, but I used to
Yeah,
go
I
up
know.
against him in my fucking PvP games all the time, and he would be streaming to like 8,000 people using a mouse and keyboard, and
Wow.
I'm getting shit on a controller. Just getting railed, and I was sick of it, and it was literally against the terms of service, but they never did anything about it. Not for him, because he was too big. It was annoying. I used to get smacked in there, and I'd just be like, "Oh yeah, great! I can just watch the stream and tune into him destroying me with his keyboard. Lovely."
There's a lot of PvP players who use mouse and keyboard, so it's not no.
Oh yeah, now that I have a PC, it's like I had to learn. It's not
No,
like you
no,
just get good at
no.
that overnight.
Now
No.
you get railed by everyone.
Yes, exactly. Now it's
Yeah.
every single
Battlefield 6 with
person.
their auto what do you call
Like me.
aim bull
We've all got
crap.
these crazy macros and everything going on. I'm too new to this. Just trying to have fun.
Do I just need to
This is the
manually
way people-
find my entire way out of the abyss?
Oh, have fun with that.
What jump range have you got?
What?
Expansion.
Exactly 50, like 51. Like, yeah, I can, but like
That's fine.
yeah, no, it is fine. It is fine. It's just my biggest problem is that I'm okay. I'm saying I'm too lazy to connect my HOTAS so my keybinds work correctly. But as I'm saying this, I'm going to walk 2 meters to the left, and then I'm going to pick it up, and I'm going to take the cable. Okay.
You got it.
There, cable to the left. I even have a little cable clip so it stays nicely in place. Okay, throttle is connected. Cable on the right. This is connected. Okay.
Hey, Lewis H99 999 on YouTube just wrote the best ship racer on the on Distant Worlds was also using mouse.
Interesting.
Yeah.
PvP is
that.
PvP is using keyboard and mouse.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, for sure.
Because you get the better aiming.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely makes aiming a little easier. I could see that.
It's kind of funny though, because it's counterintuitive if you're talking about aerospace terms. If you've done any flight sim work, then you just translate quite naturally to Elite. Then when you start doing the PvP mode, all of a sudden it's like, this makes no sense at all. So all your rest of your programming you've got in your mind just kind of gets thrown out the window.
Yeah, I mean, I still fly with FA on, and I know that like when you start taking that off, you can do a lot more cool stuff. So I gotta learn.
I always like dip in and out. Like I have a button. Like I haven't done enough. I have done precisely 0 combat with my HOTAS so far. So any combat I do is mouse and keyboard. So I have a little button on my mouse that is just flight assist on off for like specific maneuvers. If I just want my ship to turn this way, and it's like off on, click on, click off to just do some very specific little things.
I think it's one thing to be able to flip and the other thing to actually be able to aim with it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, last time I tried was probably waypoint 7, and I was like a kilometer above the ground, and all of a sudden the ground was 0 meters from me. Oh, nice.
Gotta be careful.
Yeah, well, I think I blew up like 27 times over the expedition, so I was having fun. Well, I was also learning how to fly with my HOTAS at the beginning of the waypoints.
Go for it.
So like I was getting real close to the walls and testing my limits. Everybody watched me blow myself up over and over. It was entertainment.
I think the last time I wiped out in spectacular fashion was on Worlds 2 when we didn't have the carriers along, and I'd been out in the Black Fur 4 months ago or something.
Oh God!
I was coming down to one of the community meets, and you know when you come in at too steep an angle to land on a planet for one of the meets, and you drop away too far from your marker, and you've got to just boost and boost and boost and boost.
Yep.
It's kind of quicker than going back into Super Cruise and then
it's
going
like arguable
back down again.
Right.
Like, I was like 100 less from where I needed to be, so it was just boost, boost, boost. And I kind of got distracted while I was doing it. I was just boost, 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 and then I boosted at the ground in my Imperial Courier. And kablooey. Even though I had fucking prismatic shields on this thing, still managed to blow myself up, and I was set back 32,000 light years. That was on the Pegasus. That was on the Pegasus, where you're right on the outskirts, all the way around the. You basically do like a circumference of the galactic map.
But it was a small ship, right? Wasn't the Pegasus run with small ships? Damn.
Yeah, that's right. So I got sent 30,000 light years back. And like my message me is like, "Oh no, are you gonna quit or whatever?" And I was just,
did you file a ticket?
Jumping straight away. Why would I submit a ticket? I killed myself.
You get rebuilt. You get rebuilt or you get reset. So after.
I'd get it if I got ganked, or if I got or if there was a bug or something.
Yeah.
But no, I wasn't paying attention. I killed myself. So
that's fair.
I just made up the distance and fuck it.
So I made it.
You go, Space Trash.
I made a ad hoc, kind of off the cuff expedition to return from Distant Worlds 2, and I ended up having like 80 or 90 people actually sign up. I don't know how many actually finished the route, 30 something. But one of the fellas had a HOTAS and was going to land on a planet and like kicked his USB plug and it had everything into a hub. Mouse, keyboard, HOTAS, everything. And he unplugged the hub. And he had a watch. He was on short final, and you just had to scream at the screen and watch himself crater. And he couldn't do anything. He did file a ticket and got reset. So
That's
the PC power button at that point, I think, is your.
Yeah, just hold it down.
Clogging.
Kill the computer.
Clogging is approved.
Well, you're not really in combat, were you? Combat with the ground.
Crash logging.
It's that called suicide logging, yeah.
Slogging.
Actually, I had flown most of. I got through waypoint 5, and I was flying a Type 6, and then it was like, all right, next week or in 2 weeks is the final thing. I said I got to get back for that, so I had my I think I had a Caspian forwarded or Mandalay zipped out somewhere. Asheron, there's a DSSA, and I converted to ships and zoomed back. And then to fly back to the bubble, I switched to a Caspian, and the things are so smooth compared to the bucking Bronco of the Type 6. So I thought I had just boosted away from the star with just a touch of SCO, and then shifted off. Well, I went away and came back, and I hear in the background, disastrous ship shutdown or something, and I flip back to my screen, and I'm on like vapors. I'm on vapors. I'm like instantly logged to the main menu, call fuel rats. I'm like, hey guys, I've effed up. I'm 2 million light seconds from the entry star. Main tank's dry, and I've got like 4 minutes on my reserve tank. I mean, I have plenty of O2. I got, but I'm like, I'm hosed, you guys. And they're like,
multi-route rescue, that is.
Well, then they're like, well, that system has a scoopable star. I'm like, yeah, I'm 2 million light seconds. I tried turning back for it. I'm like, there's no way I'm gonna make it. No, it's just RTO. Use the help menu. I'm like, get out, and it puts you right back to the entry star. I'm like, God damn it!
Well, you're so right.
I got so lucky. Got so lucky. But I was hosed.
Actually, didn't think about that. That's genius.
I think about it. If you get stuck on a crystal shard or something like that with your SRV, I'm like, yeah, I'll return to orbit, no problem. I never thought about getting returned back to the star when you're that far out.
Yep, that's pretty cool.
At waypoint 14, I was jumping around in my SRV, and I managed to get myself completely stuck upside down in my SRV under another person's Mandalay.
Wow.
And they were like AFK or something. So I was texting in the chat, hey, can you move your ship, please? And the guy just never came to chat. And then I waited like 4 hours just like doing stuff on my computer for the guy to finally log out. And he finally did. And like that moment.
That's punishment for asking.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, come on. Where is he?
That's
guy
crazy.
landed. I get stuck under the ship. It was within a minute.
Oh.
I think back in the day, I got stranded at DW3 when we used to have to do the loop there before they revamped all the high grade materials.
Oh yeah.
Do the DW3 loop like again and again and again in the SRV. Like I don't miss what that was doing. My fucking wrist driving SRV was
right. I can do it in about 50 seconds, I think, at the end.
Oh yeah. But when you do it like 400 fucking times, it's like
right.
But I was on one of the loops, and I did a bit of a boost, and I ended up getting my fucking SRV like wedged between
two buildings.
One of the antennas in one of the buildings, yeah. And I just couldn't fucking move. I couldn't get out. I asked someone to come down and see if they could like nudge me out with their ship. I couldn't do fucking anything. And in the end, I had to log into Horizons.
Yeah,
that'll do it.
Log out, then log back in, and sorry, it was not even log out. No, sorry, I mean the other way around. Log out Horizons, log into the base client, and then log back in.
Yep, and it'll put you back to orbit.
Before the planetary land, it puts you back in your ship in orbit. It's like fucking hell.
Yeah, at least that still works in the same way with Odyssey.
Although, but I think that haven't they added self-destruct to SRVs now? I don't think it was a thing.
I don't know if you can self-destruct an SRV. I'd say that my most memorable bit of Distant Worlds 3 was definitely getting John Burridge out of that crater at Mont de la Mort. That was epic.
Oh yeah, I got myself well and truly stuck, and that's when I learned the what's it? The Scorpion is much better than the Scarab.
Yeah, it climbs like sheer rock faces. It's insane.
True.
Yeah,
Yes, you can self-destruct in the SRV. Just confirm.
So
Oh yeah, time to
easy
do
to
that.
destroy if you want to. Anyway.
Go. Everyone's self.
Funny thing was, I thought, should I take my Scorpion for that trip? And I thought, nah, I won't need it. Then I got stuck.
Every time.
I did drive the Scorpion for most of the trip, actually. I know the Scarab's probably quicker if you're good at flying with it, but anytime you try and go over bumpy terrain, it just
tumbles.
Get
It's the low gravity that fucks the normal SRV. Like, it's awful driving in really low gravity with the SRV at any speed, unless you just literally kind of keep yourself afloat constantly. Like, you're basically gliding over like a foot over the surface. That's the only way to do it. But yeah, I've not really used the Scorpion much. Is the Scorpion better for just going at high speeds over there?
Yes.
Yeah, it's got much better traction.
So just stick on the ground.
Just hold the trigger down and ride across the surface without losing control at every little pedal.
Yeah. Because with the SRV, you literally just gotta like hop. You just you boost. The tap boost to keep yourself above. You hit the ground and then you tap again. So it's a real fucking. There's a skill to it. It's an effort required to do it.
Yeah, I've never mastered that.
I'm the Scorpion. Yeah. What's the main downside of the Scorpion then? Is it that
you can't shoot very well? If you're going
that's
slow. It's got that big ass cannon.
Airtime is low.
Yeah.
Not if you find the right geyser.
Yeah, that's still lower than with any other SRV, with the Scarab or something. Sorry.
But it can
Is there
climb.
like a pre-engineered Scarab or something that I can get? Is that a thing?
No.
Nope.
Sadly, no.
Something.
Can you even
never
engineer
had
those
any
at all?
engineering?
Nope.
No engineering allowed on SRV.
No engineering allowed.
Nothing.
I know. Weird, but a reason.
That is it seems like they did the suits, but not the cars. Okay.
If FDev wants to make a pile of cash really fast, they should make an exploration SRV with like a long range exobiology ping thing. And dude, you can sell that for 30,000 arcs all day long, and everybody will buy it. Nobody will blink an eye.
Landable ship launch fighter.
FDev, if you're listening, that's your next point of order in terms of content.
Yeah, landable fighters.
Well, I mean, otherwise you fly like your Anaconda or your Caspian, and you think, I'll go do some exobiology. Or where can I land? Oh, like
you can't
3
land
miles away.
Right, if you're lucky. Oh, there's some fungoida that I'll never visit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just wave at it as you sail by.
Oh, more bacterium. On to the next.
Bacteria aren't too bad anymore, but
I only get the 1 mil ones. I never get the Informum or whatever, the 19 millions. Ever.
The fungoida are just like impossible to find, and then they're in inland, impassable terrain.
I always had trouble with like the spiral one, whatever the fuck that one is. I don't even remember the name.
Osseous.
Yeah, I saw it and I just gave up every time. Nope. I'm good.
They like to live on rocks, so you just need to look for
Tarthok.
I only stopped for Stratum. I got lazy. Give me the Stratum.
I was looking to rank up, yeah, and a particular type of Stratum. Well, I suppose you have to go down to see what type it is, but yeah,
fair. Well, even most of the time on SRV survey, it tells you, it most likely is Stratum, and it's right like 90% of the time. That thing knows what it's talking about.
If you want to get really into the weeds, then I highly recommend using Observatory Core with the BioInsights
Yep.
plugin.
I do that as well.
And they have then what they call the codex, right? So they have like a basically, and we were just talking about the cards there on the Elite Dangerous site. So they have a card for every flavor, every color of every genus of species, almost every. So you get to see a picture of what it actually is going to look like, and then it tells you the criteria for what temperature, blah 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 blah.
I think
That is pretty useful.
I think Stratum on High Metal Concept World tends to be Tectonicus.
Yep, exactly.
So much information on there, though. I got like nuked. Holy crap! This thing shows you everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
But it's really cool. It's got the other plugins on there too, so you can see like. Let me actually open mine up to see like what it's exactly called, because there's some really cool stuff you can do with this plugin.
Actually,
Explorer is really cool because it'll tell you if there's any like close orbits or like cool bodies in your system, which is super
and custom criteria. Custom criteria, my man. That's the thing.
Right. You do the custom criteria from Julian Ford, who's on the Independent Explorers Association Discord, and he's got this huge custom criteria, and it's got all kinds of stuff. It has like stuff to find glowing green gas giants. So because they occur at very specific odd temperatures to like 4 or 5 digits of temperature accuracy, and if you hit one of those, it'll ping you. Or if you visit a known gas green giant, it'll ping you. You'll get that message. So, because a lot of times they'll have one of those GGGs doesn't really show full green. It has a few green spots, and in the full spectrum scanner mode, you don't see it necessarily, but it'll notify you. There's another plugin called Colliders, which will tell you if you've got like Trojan, 2 bodies in a Trojan orbit. And so I actually didn't install that until probably 2 years after Distant Worlds finished 2. And I, quote, discovered a system. I wasn't actually first discovery on the system, but I was the first one to find those 2 bodies. So it works retroactively. That's the nice thing too.
That is cool. I'm just trying to look into the that custom criteria thing, and like the invite to their server is dead, so I'm gonna have to find another one. But I'm intrigued
really?
now. Yeah, at least the post that I found from 2024, but I'm sure that I could find another post.
But
those criteria have been around since 2019. It looks like.
They have a criteria with you too.
So I do want to try that out. But now, I mean, I'm stuck in the bubble for a bit, so I don't even have to worry about this. I'll get back out eventually.
I've got my Lee Yong Rui credit or whatever rank up to about 50 something now, so I'm getting 70% exploration bonus.
Oh God,
it's taken forever. Doing some mining for it now.
I haven't mined yet at all in the game. I gotta get into that. Looks fun.
The prospector is just monster.
It's quite chilled mining, and you can get what's her face? Who does the armor? Needs you to mine things.
Celine Jean.
Thank you. That's her. Yeah, that's useful, especially if you go exploring and you want to face plant on something, because you can put.
I'm good at that.
You can put the improved alloys on the base armor, and you don't pay any penalty because it's a percentage, and X% of nothing is still nothing.
Right. There's no mass penalty.
So yeah,
I've only recently. Oh,
okay,
hit it, Michael.
No, you.
Okay, fine. I was gonna say that I only recently got into the engineering stuff, and is there like, here's a stupid question maybe, is there something that I should be like looking out for in engineering? Because most people are just telling me like, oh, just do what you want to do, but like I want to get a good ship. I don't want some fucking nonsense that I put together thinking this will work, and I'm too new to the game for this.
Well,
what do I do?
Yeah, what do you want to do? If you want to explore, if you want to... No?
I don't know what I need to do. It's like, I need to unlock all the engineers right now, I guess. What's going to make that easier?
Farseer, she actually is good because she gives you both grade 5 frameshift drive. I think grade 3 thrusters, if I'm not mistaken, and the grade 1
I've already
power
got
plant.
the V1 SCO unlocked and the Guardian
Beautiful.
FSD booster.
All right, so that's good.
Grade 3's worthless, isn't it? Like, just like you want to focus on grade 5 everything. Like,
Yeah,
Grade
but
5 everything.
Yeah,
no
but
point working to unlock grade 3. I mean, I know you want to unlock Stasia anyway because she's in a good location and grade 5 drives are fantastic, so you're going to do that. But yeah, you want grade 5 thrusters from who the fuck is it?
Palin and Sidisi.
Palin, thank you.
Writing this down.
Use an R, man. Use an R as class for focusing where the engineers are.
Yeah.
The criteria to unlock them all.
Actually,
I've been using the Elite Dangerous Odyssey Materials Helper plugin.
Yep, that's what I was
very
just going to say.
useful.
That's excellent.
It's just like another information nuke. Like, holy, this is so much. Which I appreciate, like the amount of work that goes into these plugins is just ludicrous.
Oh yeah,
Just ludicrous.
Oh yeah. I've put the link for the engineers in our thing in the
Yes.
But if you can sync up your profile, it keeps track of how much materials and shit you've got. It's really good. Really good.
There's unlock requirements. Okay. And it kind of gives you the list of like what you should do in order. Actually, that's useful.
Absolutely, and also
okay. Well, it looks like I've got my mission.
If you get your mind set on a certain like upgrade, like if someone says, "Oh, hey, you want like corrosive multi cannons or whatever," you can literally filter by the upgrade you want to get, and then drill down to which engineer provides the unlocks and stuff. And yeah, it's good.
Yep. And it looks like there's only 4 engineers that are useful in Colonia.
There's only 4 total.
No, there's 4. Okay, so yeah, there you go.
There's ground ones too, but they're.
Yeah, but I'm good.
Yeah.
Also, we should go to Colonia. A lot of people don't even bother going to the place.
I've been to Colonia once. I guess I got to go back.
Is it Dawn? He's the only person who does grade 5 lightweight life support, I think.
Yeah, Etienne,
somebody was telling me to go get that. It's Etienne Dorn, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean that's if you really want absolute maximum, but
that's what all my buddies are telling me to do, and I'm not going to argue. Whatever.
What can they say? Do it Etienne for what? Go to Etienne Dorn for what? Sorry.
Yeah, grade 5
life support.
lightweight life support.
Yeah, for the life support.
Does it.
The super lightweight life support.
Life support for.
Everybody's telling me I need it. I don't know.
You don't need grade 5 life support for anything. You can literally resupply your life support infinitely with iron and nickel.
It's just
but the problem is
you do not need grade 5 and even unfucking modified life support. Forever. If you get a decent enough module with it,
you gotta get A rated. A rated for life.
I'm not with engineering. I've never engineered life support in my entire life.
Oh, I got it all the
time. If you ever get a situation where you need the repairs or whatever, you need the thing. Well, okay. Let me put it another way. You've always got fucking grade 1 maths on you.
It's not for making it better at its job, it's for making it lighter.
Exactly.
Well, how much lighter? Well, is it actually?
I think it's 80%.
In 2026. Yeah, how much does it weigh?
Well, if you do A-rated though, I'm pretty sure with A-rated, I could go from Beagle back to the bottom without repairing.
People, no one's A-rating the life support.
Yeah,
I'm A-rating this shit.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, sorry. What I should say is, don't derate your life support. You don't need to derate things as well.
Yeah, but all the guides always say, "Oh, derate everything," and derate. And you see so many people builds with derated life support, and so you've got 7.5 minutes.
Like I say, they're from 2022. Like in 2026, you jump 90 fucking light years with fully A-rated gear.
True. Right.
Like you don't need to derate things.
Well, there's two schools of thought, aren't there? You can have maximum jump
How do
range,
you
or you
get
can
to
have.
that point unless you have the lightest possible?
The
one
neat
light year
part.
off a jump range that has 80 light years. It means
Well-
every 80 light years you get another jump free. Like
You're mixing
Absolutely
things up here because it's not about needing, it's about wanting and about
Mhm.
canning, being able to, I mean.
about stupidity. That's what it's about. Like derating things for no reason
Not really.
is silly. There's no reason to do it. Like you're not shaving off the time you used to do. I get it back in fucking 2015. You would derate stuff to get that extra like 4 or 5 light years for each jump, right? Because it stacks. But now you don't need to do it.
It's like with the Mandalay.
Yeah.
It just doesn't matter. Or a Caspian, for fuck's sake.
Jesus, Caspian's hilarious, man. The guy picked me up and brought me back 20,000 light years in 1 hour.
Yeah,
Why are you not going in the galaxy in like 4 hours? You know, it's
Had an
ridiculous. You
absolute
don't need to do it. You don't need
nightmare
to
in the links.
compromise your ship, is what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah, no,
You
totally.
can bring shields. You can bring shields. You can bring life support. You can A-rate everything. You can A-rate your power supply. A-rate your thrusters for high grav planets. There's no problem with it, especially if you're engineering. Holy shit.
I wish I brought better thrusters with me on the expedition. I was running some 5Ds the whole time, and my shit
I'm
was
just
slow.
gonna E-rate everything.
Out
of spite.
But I had this. I'll talk about the Caspian for a second because I do still want one, but I'm too lazy to go engineered or anything, so that'll come later. But the waypoint 13, we had the Lynx mass jump, and I'm a volunteer, so I was on there for like 3 hours before the mass jump, adding people, winging them in, blah 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 blah. Like the thing crashed once, so we had to do it all again. By the time the mass jump was over, I was like so done with the game. Like I just want to go to hang out, do my own thing. I get off. I forgot that the carriers were leaving the next morning. So I never went back. I never went back and got in my Mandalay or even parked on the carrier. I was just in the system that we jumped to, just sitting there. So I get back on, expecting to have a good night on the game. And I'm like, oh my God. I am at the waypoint.
Yeah, that sounds like a Anna.
Yep, it was pretty bad. So I got one of my Caspian buddies, D Scorpio, the fucking Rainbow's End Menace, came and got me. It was 10,000 light years, and he did it in like 15 minutes. Comes and gets me, brings me back to the Chista, and I have never touched the Lynx ever again. I don't plan to. I was 270 jumps out from the waypoint with no fuel scoop. I was like, you've got to be kidding me.
Always have a few.
And I could have self-destructed, but
I did worse than you, right? The thing I did wrong was, rather than getting off the carrier at the waypoint, I disembarked the carrier. I say disembark, that's the wrong word, because disembark means to get off on foot. I undocked from the carrier when it was mid-travel from one really low in the galactic plane star to another. And what I did was I was like, I want to make the jumps myself. I don't want to be ferried when I can do the jumps myself. So I undocked and then logged off because I'm going to come back like another day and then make the jumps. And then when I log back on, I'm like, oh, I've jumped out at a point where this carrier's been able to make this jump of 500 light years or whatever because it's a carrier and the closest star to me is 90 light years away.
Yep.
So I was just like, literally, I can't do anything. I can't fucking do anything. And my first thought was self-destruct. I self-destructed, and everyone's like, no, call the what do you call them? Sorry, guys. The ferry, the
ferry people, the hitchhikers.
And so I contacted one of them, and yeah, sure enough, in the Caspian, he was just fucking bing, 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 straight over to me, asked me to land on a planet in the system, and then just disembark. And then I just hopped on his ship, left mine behind, and then he ferried me back to the courier that I needed to be at, the fleet carrier, sorry.
And recalled
And then
your ship.
better read my ship over. But holy shit, it cost me 157 million credits to set my ship over.
I don't know what you mean by recall the ship. My Lynx is sitting on that planet still. I am never bringing it back. Screw the Lynx.
Is that Distant Worlds 4?
But it's a free ship, right? If it's a Stellar Edition, if it's a pre-built, you can just respawn it.
Yeah,
you
I just blow it up and
you blow it up, and then you have it right sitting.
Yeah, but I'm not into that. I don't want to ferry rich people around in the game. I'm good. I'll go blow them up. That sounds more enticing.
Absolutely.
I like that they're coming out with new ships and all that. I just can I get something that I want to fly instead of like a bus, please?
I still haven't played with the Kestrel. Is it the Kestrel?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't flown the Kestrel either. Heard it's really good at combat.
Apparently it's banging. Apparently it's great.
I bought one.
I'm not really wanting for any new ships right now. I think they should improve what there already is. Maybe add some actual walkable ship interiors.
Yeah. Maybe just take out the asses.
Interiors. It's not happening. It's not happening. It's never happening.
I'm still hoping. Yeah.
Keep hoping.
Let
It's
me
not
dream.
Let's do a
But yeah, for something realistic. Is there anything you? Well, I can't come up with anything, but that's not because there isn't.
Right.
Yeah, please. Instant improvements would be
right.
better. Yeah, 100%.
Yes, you're playing an MMO, but you can't be with more than 30 other people or the game dies.
Right.
What about raids?
Yeah. What is this, Destiny?
World of Dangerous. World of Dangercraft.
Be cool with some. Well, isn't that kind of what they're coming out with in the next
operations
big
thing?
update?
Operations, yeah.
It's kind of like the raid of Elite Dangerous.
Might be so.
It was like it might be cool, but
like smaller raids.
I'd like to see the Thargoids come back. I missed that entire portion of the game.
Yeah,
they should have a Titan every so often.
Actual guardian ships. I think someone else said that on another podcast episode before. That someone said actual guardian ships. Yeah. Or Thargoid pets
That
also.
would be perfect.
Thargoid pets. I'd love a little Thargoid dog in the ship.
Thardog.
How about that? On foot Thargoids. Fight them in combat instead.
There you go.
Ooh, yeah, that actually sounds like something they might deem realistic in their idea of the game.
Yep.
I did it.
I made it.
Yeah, I was volunteering and I winged creep in. We weren't even signed up. I got a video of it all because I wasn't really on the sign up sheet, but I was helping wing people in and I got a pretty decent video of it. It was fucking cool.
Yeah.
Nagy knew what he was doing with that one. That was a good one.
Taking part of it.
No, it was I fucked up the recording a little bit. And I forgot to get rid of the UI and stuff, so I had to trim it and make it look a little zoomed in and weird. But if it works, it works.
Yeah.
Now,
shame there's no more events. No.
As cool as the scatter jump is, I did a thing after I got back from Distant Worlds 2. The French, there's a French squadron called DSN, Deep Sky Network, I think, or Deep Space Network. DSN. They have a great website too, lots of exobiology stuff. But anyways, they had a Lakon T-type tour, a little tiny one. It was like 6 weeks. It was never more than like 5 or 6,000 K from the bubble. And they would do not scatter jumps, they would do compression jumps. And yeah, so they had a way you would calibrate. You had to do it. You could not change your ship once you got it calibrated, and you had to, use X amount of pips to engines and not boost and whatever. And they would, yeah, and you'd show up at a nav beacon, and then you'd get like a certain distance from it, and then it's whatever the proctor, if you will, would say go. You'd get behind you, or she'd get behind you, and then they would, you would just accelerate smoothly away until poof, you would jump, and then they would record the distance that it took you from the beacon or from the reference point to jump. So now, when they were building the instance, they used a ship launch fighter as your reference point, and they would put that where they wanted you to put your nose, and then you would go backwards from that ship launch fighter until you had that distance. And everybody sat there, and it's the weirdest thing, but you charge your engines and everybody goes to the same point, and you're winking out as you see a T9 just fill your windscreen, and then you're in hyperspace. Let me see if I can. I'll see if I can share a link.
Yeah, I need a video of that. That must
It
be
was
incredible.
Those guys are top notch craze jumps, man. Yeah. Let me see if I can find that. But yeah,
there's been a few interesting ones like that. I think it was can't remember which expedition it was, probably, but myself and JBL did an interesting one where you kind of cross streams of two mass jumps crossing each other at the same time.
Like
was
that.
really fun.
We did one that was line abreast. We had two lines facing each other. That was one. And then we did another one, which was the opposite of the scatter jump. It was like a crunch jump. They called it a cross jump. But there you have to find, right? You have to find pairs of stars that are opposite each other. So not just radially out from one center point, which is, interesting, but you have to find a pair that point towards each other through a common point. Whoa. That was epic.
Yeah. I mean, the cool thing about those is like you could make it look like it's dangerous, about to collide, but they don't actually, because they're slightly out of alignment, so you won't actually hit each other.
Yeah, that's the thing.
There was some pretty, I don't know. You would have, if you were off your pace, you would have been rebuying, I'm pretty sure. Yep.
Yeah, getting smashed by all the other ships, probably.
Right? Let's see, Nikon. Let's see, DSM. Trying to find it. DSM Nikon T-type or cross jump. No. Can only do so much on my phone.
Yeah, phone is impractical for this kind of stuff.
Yeah, if I do it on my if I log on with my laptop, I lose audio. Somehow my audio does the opposite. It does not work on the PC. Yeah.
I mean, you can stay in the chat on the phone and just,
No, I tried that. I actually got kicked out. It only uses one audio source, so it kicked me off. That's it. That's it. I will find it.
Let him cook.
Yeah. Take your time. Who was it that was making the expedition in reverse?
I will probably do that. As I stopped at waypoint 5, so I'm going to do everything else backwards now. And then do my half circumnavigation.
Jesus.
Yeah. Hey, I've got to get my. Did I leave the oven on badge from EDSM before they shut down? They will at some point. They were getting hurt hard during the expedition, and I think Anthor doesn't want to necessarily feed it anymore. So just too
I
bad.
never heard about that. EDSM is dying.
No, but I mean, he's been trying to, maintain server costs. Now, I subscribe to him for Patreon as I do for Inara and ED Astro, and about a half dozen. I sub like 20 or $25 a month.
Oh, nice.
No, he's been like, if you don't visit a system for 2 years, he purges it. So you'll see people have first discovery tags in EDSM that are like, who? Like 6'7", bro. He's got tags on like some famous POI from like Distant Worlds 1.
Yep. That's interesting.
Right, because it's EDSM saying that. In game, it's still the original. But EDSM is giving them tags because nobody visited that in the last 2 years or whatever. So they flush the buffers to save space, which is like, nah. But
that's unfortunate.
And again,
makes sense, but yeah, that kind of sucks.
So the gal map is static, right? Since the GMP shut down, they've not touched any of the POIs. I mean, so that's one thing I have to do all the time is people will post for the DSSA. They'll say, "Hey, I showed up at this carrier and it's not there, or it's shut down, or whatever." I'm like, "Yeah, you're looking at EDSM. That was an original. Somebody was a console player. They're gone. That carrier's gone. It doesn't exist in the live universe."
Yeah.
Well,
it's part of the reason we decided not to go with EDSM for DW3. There's for a lot of the reasons you just suggested, really. Like the sort of the newer live maps are just more complete, essentially. So.
Yep. I'm still looking for that video. I know I've got it someplace.
Got to be somewhere.
Hey, I will find it. If I don't find it during this podcast, I will find it and post it.
Yeah, it's as long as you can share it somewhere people can see.
Yep. All right, I'm on the DSN archive. Talk amongst yourselves. Have coffee.
I just finished mine.
I'm having whiskey.
Have tea.
I don't have anything.
Whiskey, coffee, what's the difference?
All right, maybe this is it.
So yeah, some of you already told us about what you're going to do next.
Benric Orbital?
Benric Orbital.
Benric Orbital is coming.
Waiting for that.
Actually, I have to get back and, or at least I have to look into the construction of our distant radio system. People can contribute to that. I think.
Oh, where is that at?
It's in the OCI.
Okay. My
Launch
station will be in the North American Nebula or around it.
Oh,
Not sure.
So American.
America!
Erica. F yeah.
I'm sticking with my roots.
What are your roots?
Team America.
I am actually like 90% Welsh, so if they have a Welsh nebula, I'll go there.
90% Welsh.
No, it's like unreal. Like my grandma did my ancestry with the DNA test, and like it's just Welsh. I'm like inbred level Welsh.
There is the Lyn Tegid Nebula, which is named after a Welsh legend for DW2. That's on the maps. So that's pretty cool. I only know this because I was the discoverer of it and named it. So.
Oh, there you go.
All right.
I thought we have Greco-Roman legends all the time. Why not use a Welsh one instead?
No, why not? Yeah, I'm not excited for the amount of time colonization takes, though. I've heard it's grindy.
It's some work, but we learned how to be fast, and there's entire organizations that actually can help you with that. You just have to ask the right people.
I've just been advertising in FleetCom, and I have random people all the time like, "You need help?" And I'm like, "Yes, I will. Yes, I will." There's an ad for it. I've made a bunch of memes about it. Like, I've got to get the word out somehow. I made my own card earlier. Hold on, I'll send it to the chat right now.
Both don't want to give it a go. Basically, completely.
Oh, that's actually a card. What the fuck? No, it's not.
No, I made it. You can make your own cards.
Yeah.
Has anybody done any
what actual cards did you guys pull that are unique to you, or at least unique enough to mention? Mm-hmm.
Right. So I posted that YouTube video of the highlights of the DSN Lake on T-type tour. And that first, they had a line abreast jump at around the 1 minute 30 second, and then they had that cross jump. You had to look for it real quick, but that was about the 150 mark. There's also a cool thing a little bit later, after 2 minutes, where you can see after the jump when we all come out at the other system, and you see I don't know how many traces. The Super Cruise tails, if you want to call it, were much more pronounced in the Legacy universe. If you remember, it looked a lot more like a comet tail. They're much smaller now, the Super Cruise markers for ships. So I had forgotten how pronounced they were, and you'll see there's like a body with like 20 or 30 ships orbiting around it. Super Cruise. It's a pretty great shot. I thought actually one of the I thought he was on the org team is the leader of DSN. What's his name? Hang on a second.
Arcanic?
No.
I saw his card earlier. I was imagining.
No, I'll say his name. You'll be like, oh yeah, what's his name here? Super nice guy.
What do you mean? I can't think.
So is that video the compression jump? Yes.
There's two of them. There's one at about 130, and then there's another one. The cross one is at around 150 or so.
If you go to 250-ish, you can see like all of the Super Cruise commanders. That looks awesome.
Yeah. And there was also an insane canyon race. Now it's in the Legacy galaxy, not too far from the bubble. So if you still have that account, you can always log to Original Horizons. It was like 1,000 light years out and had some of the best canyons I've ever seen. That's it. That's the one thing I really miss.
Yeah, that's always the way, though, isn't it? Like 90% of all the best canyons and terrain was actually in Horizon.
I do think, by the way, I think they're improving the terrain. Somehow I'm feeling better as time goes on. I'm feeling better that the terrain is getting better in Odyssey, I think. Where was he? Why can't I find him?
I saw a post from Chank in the Distant Radio Discord like last week that like the way that planets are made up, I don't know if they're still generated like this, but like you can physically see the same feature multiple times on the surface. And I've never noticed that before until he showed a picture, and I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's better. No, it's not been fixed. It's better concealed than it used to be, but not actually fixed. It's just if you look under certain resolutions.
Banned from the forums for that back in the day.
Really?
I think because he was a bit obsessive about it. I think he was right, though, to be fair. He was correct. Essentially, when they first put out Odyssey, it was blatantly obvious it was just tiles. And they changed the tiles and kind of overlapped them a bit so it wasn't so obvious. If you look carefully, you can usually see that's that particular bit of terrain, that's that particular bit of terrain, etc. And, you get to notice it over time.
But if you go, variations back again, like you can still find, because what was wrong before was not only was it doing the tiling thing on the planets, but it was when you landed on the terrain was very literally not varied in the same way that it used to be. But now it is. Right?
It's more obvious in the past than it is now, but no, it is actually still like a certain number of tiles. I think it may be more tiles than it used to be, but it's still like the same set repeated in different angles and stuff. More you scout.
I've not seen that.
But you basically, when you send the probes and you scan the planet, you look under certain levels of that, you can see the repetitions. Not on every planet, but a lot of them you still can. It's not as bad as it used to be, but you can still see.
So I have an alt account that has a player faction named after the in-game squadron, and so there's a pretty well-known starport. IX is the system. Ix. It's kind of, if you're headed down towards the place where Jameson's crash site is. I think it's the second closest Guardian tech broker.
Speak of the devil, Chank's in the chat.
Sorry.
Wait, speak of the devil, Chank is now in the audience.
Oh, Chank.
Speak of the devil. Yeah, Chank, we were talking about how you put me onto the planets being tiled. In
Odyssey.
Very interesting. In Odyssey, yes.
In Odyssey
I'm trying
versus
to find
Legacy.
the post that he made of, like, he had a screenshot of some landmark, and you could see like 7 repeated features in it, and it was like,
yeah.
Oh no, yeah. I heard you. I was listening, and I heard someone say something that I think I wasn't quite sure what I heard you say. Would you mind repeating that one more time?
Okay, so like,
no, not you. It was Chank was something. What was that last word?
I think Chank was right.
You're goddamn right. I was right.
I never said you were wrong, Chank. I agree.
No, it was. I was not. I was not nice as I probably should have been when I was ripping on Odyssey, and that I acknowledge that was my bad. But I was right. I was right.
But Odyssey did suck at the beginning. It sucked across the board.
Oh my god, it was awesome. Yeah,
right?
The difference is shocking. Like
right,
all the canyons and everything were just gone. Like everything being stripped away from the surface. It was terrible.
But I wanted to pop in because you were talking about. I was watching the video, and as you mentioned it, I saw the rocky mountains and things, and you were talking about the terrain, and I was like, I remember. Yeah, when Odyssey came out, everything basically got ironed over. It was totally smooth.
I call it the oatmeal steamroller of rollerification of the universe.
It has. I have seen better things now.
Yes.
It's still not quite as jagged as it used to be, and I think it's because they've kind of reached this middle ground where they're like, basically, if you land on it, you have to be able to walk on it.
Yes.
And that's an unfortunate rule because there's stuff in the old Horizons world.
Right.
You could get your SRV stuck and you were just stuck. and now they're like, yeah, if you walk on it, we want you to be able to walk on it, which means they have to find a balance. And I understand that.
Right.
And so, like, mechanically, as a game, I understand it. But visually, as a player experiencing it, it's also kind of like, it feels like something's
Do we have to walk over every part of the surface? We don't.
Yeah, exactly. Why can't there just be sections?
Can't realistically walk over everything.
I mean, it's still rough enough that like there are places you can't land still, and it's like if there are places I can't land, then why do I have to be able to walk everywhere?
I wonder if, though, at the same time, I wonder if people have, like, in the old system, have gone jumping around in SRVs, got themselves stuck or got themselves stranded in places where they can't climb out of, and then filed tickets, and FDev are going, well, we can't process this many fucking tickets for people who've just got themselves caught in the terrain or whatever, because it's so, dramatic in vertically, or however you want to put it.
Yeah, all the crystalline shards.
That's not a reason, because.
Yeah,
I think what I was saying is I haven't noticed the visual tiling on the planets. I know, Yannick, I know you were saying that it's visual when you're doing the
probes.
It's the probes and everything.
Yeah, it's still the probe mapping is still more noticeable, but they've done a lot better with just when you look at the planet from normal combat view
Orbit.
without a scanner on.
Yep.
And it's like, okay, it looks better. Before, there were planets where even just the normal view, you could be like, that brown canyon over there is that brown canyon right there too. That's the same canyon.
That's what I remember.
Yeah.
And they've
Yeah,
gotten
like
better about that. I will definitely give them
Looks like
that.
a chessboard, didn't it? Like
Yeah.
chessboard of patterns.
And it was really awkward when it was literally like, here's a snowy planet covered in brown canyons. All the brown canyons are the same. It's so obvious.
Yeah. No, I remember that for sure. Like, and it was really, really disappointing. Especially after the stuff I remember, like the Ghost Giraffe doing with all the canyon runs and everything, and that was really unique.
And I mean, like you said, they haven't quote fixed it because they are still stamps put on a planet, but they overlap them. So you actually do get some interesting terrain where it's like you'll have a mountain ridge and then like this canyon just cuts right through it, and it's like that looks like an interesting thing to fly through. And it's like, okay, you did some good by making this adjustment. So credit to them,
Yep.
Yeah,
I'm not here to poo-poo on everything, by the way. Like, I know it's shocking. I don't hate everything.
I wish they had been able to hold or basically, hand of God, some of the original stuff. Like, what is it? Is it Crown of Ice?
Yeah,
or Neverest or something like that. There's some really unique places that you just you can't duplicate it.
Can you load into Horizon still and go there?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Horizons, everything
you can
still
do that.
exists.
Okay,
But there'll be nobody in
I might have to do that.
There'll be nobody in the galaxy but you.
Yeah.
And because there were arguments for why can't we have the Horizons generation for planets with no atmosphere, and then have the Odyssey generation for atmospheric planets. And it's well, you're running two algorithms then on the same engine, and they're not even the same engine anymore, actually. So it's like you can't. Things will get even more confusing and break even harder when you're trying to run 3 game engines on top of each other. That's a bad idea. Like from a programming aspect, that's a terrible idea. Don't do that.
And then let's add netcode.
Okay, just guys, I need to bounce. I'll catch you all later. Lovely to talk to you all. Have a lovely evening.
Okay, bye.
Enjoy the rest of your journey.
07.
Catch you later.
See you around. Oops. Sorry. Yeah, there's an easy solution to all those problems, and that would be just redoing the game from scratch.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Maybe it would run on your Linux then.
I mean, that's what we talked about. Well, what was that? It's because it's been 10 years. It's been 10 years, gentlemen, ladies, 10 years. But
It's been a good run.
we talked about when we could finally do neutron boosting, when that was a thing. People realized that there's this blank space around Sol, 500 light years wide, direct north and south, and 500 light years wide, east and west. We called it the Sol Cross. We didn't know what it was. And then we figured out, it's because somebody didn't put a limit on blocking generic, what do they call them? Like black holes, neutrons,
Exotic,
dwarfs,
non-sequence stars.
Non-sequence stars. All the non-sequence stuff. They were like, we don't want this spawning within 1,000 light years of the bubble or Sol, at least, right? And it's like, okay, so you have this sphere, but they didn't put a limit on it, so it ends up making this empty void cross.
Void cross. Yeah.
Wasn't it because they basically couldn't do Pythagoras? Like they meant X distance and Y distance both less than 500, and they put or.
Yeah.
So as you say,
It's literally like they just forgot. They forgot the third. They forgot the third axis on all of them. So it's like they just have this. They go on forever in one direction now.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's like the only way you could fix that is to literally regenerate the entire universe. And it's like, how long did it take to do that in the first place? How many months did they have just running something to create the universe that we live in? And it's like,
A night.
yeah, nobody wants to do that again.
That they have the main thing getting everything found, because if they already have such a good list of everything, regenning could just fuck everything up or mess everything up. Sorry.
Well, all
Yeah.
the POIs would be gone, right?
I mean, no, yeah, we'd be starting effectively a brand new game.
Yes.
And
Yeah,
Odyssey
so-
already felt kind of like that. It felt like a hit, but the game was still there. We could still
But
play
also-
the game. And, you know,
Also, there's a
I don't-
ton, like a huge ton of new star map data that we have collected IRL since the Stellar Forge was run. So I think a new iteration of the game is actually pretty appropriate, because we could all put that into the star map now, and we would have so many more details that could actually influence how Stellar Forge actually generates the rest of the galaxy, because we just know so much more.
but the reality of our actual galaxy is that density is about 10 to 50 times more dense than it is in the game.
That'd be
Even
great.
at the
Throw
core?
everything we
Like-
found in
Like
DW3,
when you look
put
at
it
the
in-
center when you look at Sag-A, and you're like, every like 2 to 3 light years there's a star. It's like,
Right.
that's actually how most of the Milky Way is. That
Yeah,
would
but-
be so much.
There was a distribution algorithm derived from real world data, so
Right.
it still played a role. And the current mapping data we have definitely will influence that as well. And maybe, I mean, it could just be the old Stellar Forge algorithm, for all I care, but there probably would also be a few parameters we could add to the whole thing to make it even spicier, so that it would even be interesting for us who have played the game for ages to even take on a second exploration of the galaxy.
Watch them do the cross but opposite, where it's only exotic ones.
That's
They also
Round
did
two.
it with
highway.
like Rackham's Peak shouldn't be there either. I think
Get
there's,
out there.
I think they used the wrong data, so the highest and lowest point from the plane isn't in the middle where it should be. It's above and below Sol, because they used some dodgy data, but too late now.
Yeah. Fun though.
But I mean,
Yes.
Yeah.
but I mean,
Someone
like,
get encoding
there's other
lead
stuff you
dangerous
get where
to
it's like
even dangerous.
there's space between the arms that we can travel through in the game.
Right.
In real space, there's a lot more empty space there, and it would be a lot harder. So, like, I mean, it would be a new, interesting new universe to visit. I'll say that.
And probably
Yeah.
worth visiting, considering all the new information that could be included.
Has there ever been any information regarding them making another Elite game from now on? Is this
No,
like
not really.
it? Damn, I need another one.
Not that we're aware of.
This definitely is
Yeah, fair.
thinking.
We joke in my exploration squadron that if one of us wins like the lottery or something like that, and because I just saw today Star Citizen hit over 1 billion.
Oh, that happened like a month ago.
Whatever, but it just
Yeah.
happened recently.
There was
But it's
Squadron
like-
42.
if they put like a tenth of that into an elite game, it would be so
Oh, God.
epic. It would be
Yeah.
so
Oh,
epic.
We'd be swimming in the oceans already.
Right.
I can't
mean-
believe how
Yeah,
bad
Rap
Star
Fab, I
Citizen
was
is,
even-
considering it's 1 billion.
I was even
Right,
thinking about
right.
that, like literally just run a new forge, call it Andromeda, or call it some random galaxy out there. Just
Right.
you're in this one now, have fun,
Right.
Yeah.
because you don't need to
I-
worry
I
about
think
it. You could just generate
The
something
Milky Way-
random.
No, but with new data, we don't have as nearly as much data for Andromeda. So using Milky Way data to generate Andromeda, why? That would just
Another
upset
one.
everyone. We were
The evil
serious,
Milky
serious
Way.
people.
Yeah, I mean, if they did, it would be, I wouldn't say low hanging fruit, but if you were to basically take the existing model, you're not going to have any background stuff. I'm assuming they're not going to throw a civilization into Andromeda. So if you're basically just saying you're going to go and find new places, and if they add, a new spectrum of bio or exobiology stuff to discover, and maybe, different star types, The tricky part, right, is we have a static galaxy, right? It's not evolving. If you could have actual, if black holes were actually dangerous, if
Supernovae.
if you have a supernova, something like that, or even a protoplanetary disk, I mean, stuff like that would be epic.
Yeah, even just like I
I
thought that black holes were going to be more than they are in this game before I accidentally went into one, and you don't even go into it. I was ready to get eaten.
It's ready for the rebuy screen.
I was ready for it, but then it's just like, no, you just need to leave. It's like, okay.
Is there a point in the game where black holes were actually deadly?
I think there's another game coming out, right? Starship Simulator. Everybody just has the one ship, but everything is flown in real time. It's so kind of like Star Citizen. It's continuous. I think you can get up to about 300 C or 300 light years an hour or something like that.
Oh, and, that game looks really interesting because everything's basically, like you say, everything is running all the time.
Yep.
You're not necessarily in charge. You're just another person. You're you're a crew on the ship, and it's like everything else is AI running things.
Right, and you can do any role on the ship. Like you can be engineer, and I mean, he's like modeled every valve. Like, okay, we got a problem with cooling of reactor 4, so you have to go and change the valves to shut off reactor 4 and do something else. I mean, to that level of the ship, it's one ship that everybody flies, right?
Yeah,
or everybody flies their own version of that ship. But the galaxy, I mean, the imagery is like he's using and the plan is to have landables, and he's posted some screenshots of it's not going to look like No Man's Sky. It's using Unreal 5 engine, and it looks like
No, it looks insane.
It looks insane.
Screenshots.
It looks beautiful.
This is ludicrous.
So, and you can only travel, I think, about maximum 300 light years an hour. So it's going to take a while for people to, the rate of exploration is going to be much slower. But I believe I think the unit base, I forget how you want to call it. Basically, every sector is 1 cubic light year. So where the elite galaxy has something like 6,000 sectors, right? In each sector is about 1,280 light years across. So there's whatever 6 or 8 layers thick by 50 by 50, something like that. So there's somehow 6,000. Somewhere there's a nice Excel spreadsheet of all the sector names in elite, but it's finite. But yeah, there's I forget how many zeros at the end of it of sectors there's going to be in Starship Simulator. It's crazy.
I've never heard about this. That's really cool.
Now I'm on a Kickstarter. I don't forget what level I got. I think I'm going to get to make a civilization or something like that. I don't know.
Hell yeah!
Nice.
But I assume it's not like Elite where you're jumping from system to system. Like you're actually just flying the distance.
You're cruising, but you can you can speed up and you can watch everything fade in the distance. You can watch the stars in the background move.
I was so sad when I figured that out in Elite when you can't just travel to the next system. Like, come on. Yeah. I want to go to the other star. It's right there.
Yeah, there's a free version of Starship Simulator on Steam.
Consider me signed up.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
I am just making sure I've got that on my wish list.
Yep.
Yeah, I think I do already.
Yeah, it's on mine now. Hell yeah.
And that's also a 1-to-1 Milky Way. Milky Way. I forget how many zillion stars. A lot.
Too many.
A lot. And then the travel speeds are going to be slower. So
I am
That's
Gonna
the
check
one.
that out when it comes
Yep.
out, like 100%. I'll play the demo before. We'll see how it's
Yep.
going.
Yeah, that looks awesome. I'll put that on my wish list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a future when I guess Frontier decides to make the servers go cold. We'll
No,
have something to
don't say
switch
that.
to.
Hopefully, hopefully it stays longer than that. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, buy arcs. That's the thing. We were
Exactly.
talking earlier. Hey, give us a good SRV for exploration, and man, it'll fly off the shelves. I don't know.
True.
Yeah.
I know they have the ARC sale right now, but I think if they were to just do, everything's so expensive. Right? If you want to have a ship kit, if you want to get Midnight Black for a ship, I don't know what that works out to in dollars, but it's not. I'm not cheap. I've got multiple accounts. I've bought ship kits for lots of my ships in different colors, but if it was more incremental, I'd buy 15 different ship paint jobs, for $2 each, but I'm not going to blow $15 for one ship.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That is fair.
Right? Yeah. So I think they could do
I haven't
better.
spent a dime, but I think I will because I bought this game for way too cheap. I got to give back somehow.
Yep.
$2.50
you
with
got
the
that
DLC.
Target nothing. Yeah.
It's ludicrous. And they only make, what is it, a third through Steam or something? So they made like 80 cents off of me. Yeah, I need to give them some money.
I'm still
350 hours for $2.50 though. I'm not complaining.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the hours per dollar spent in Elite is. Yeah, I don't think.
Yeah, don't ask me about my host ass. I didn't spend anything on that.
Right.
Hey, so if I bought Elite for $12 and I have 9,000 hours, what does that come out to?
Right. It's like they're paying you.
That's a good bang for buck.
They are paying you. That's crazy.
Yeah, kind of. They are.
They should pay us for what we've done.
And you've definitely exhausted the server upkeep that you contributed.
Right. Yeah. But I'm still I've bought multiple accounts back when hull sealing was kind of a thing back after Distant Worlds 2. I figured I'll have one account, I'll leave it in Colonia, and I'll leave another account, kind of where we ended up Distant Worlds 3, and I'll have kind of different thirds of the galaxy where I can get to people quick. And then the fleet carriers came out and blew that. So I'm like, all right, yeah, make a squadron, sure. But yeah, I'm up to it. I'm up to a even 10 right now. But still, it's nothing compared to what I've bought like 2 ships for on Star Citizen.
Oh yeah, Star
Right?
Citizen.
That's a sinkhole. It's cool, but I can't play it for lengths of time like I can with Elite. Elite is just
it's not interesting enough.
Yeah.
It's
I said with like Star Citizen, like.
And I've heard the same argument from Star Citizen players, so I think it's really just two sides of the same coin. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Pick your poison. They both have their ups and downs.
It's a little bit cheaper for this poison. I feel like I've gifted so many copies of this game, but it makes it worth it.
Right.
One ship big wince in looking at Star Citizen.
Yeah. Yeah, right. I know a guy that spent like 12 grand on Star Citizen and like is broke.
I mean, like with Star Citizen, when it actually comes out as a full game, I'll play it and I'll see if I like it or not. Until
if
it
we're
actually
still
is.
fucking
really
alive.
I'll be there day one if I'm alive. But no.
The fact that we're getting
this way
GTA
it'll take
6
80
before
years.
Star Citizen is nuts.
We're probably gonna
That's
get
the fact that Star Citizen
before Star Citizen
and like Elite sort of both.
Distant World 7
before
Star Citizen.
Look. We went back to the moon before GTA 6, okay?
I mean, before Star Citizen.
Star Citizen got me. I got my Mustang and I upgraded to the little Titan shuttle. and I'm fine with that. I don't understand people who are like, I need to have the what's the carrier that they released a few months ago or something?
The Idris or something?
Idris, yeah. And it's like, you spent literally 4 digits on this thing.
An alpha.
And you can't do anything with it by yourself. So you have to, you literally have to have 5 to 8 other people with you to do anything.
Just to start the
I
engines.
would like to play on one.
Yeah, I'd like to, but I'm not paying for it.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Someone else has to sponsor us. Like
Buy a
someone has to get
car.
the ship, and then we use it.
I did buy one of those big what do they call it? The big recycling thing. Reclaimer. I'll tell you what.
The Nostromo.
Yeah, that's exactly it. That's exactly it. Because you walk around and it's got grime and like oily cylinders.
That is my favorite shit, but it's also not worth $700 to me.
Exactly.
But you can buy it in game, I think. So
you can, yes,
at least an option
until they reset it.
Yeah, until they reset you.
Yeah, that's the bullshit part about it. There's no. Or didn't they do? No, sorry, I think that was Escape from Tarkov. Escape from Tarkov released before Star Citizen. What the fuck?
Yeah. That's the world we're in.
Yeah.
The Star Citizen, I always just go back to, I just wanted to shoot aliens with Luke Skywalker. And
yeah,
like, even from the original, like, thankfully they got their lines done, but there are like 2 or 3 of the original cast for the Star Citizen solo experience are dead now.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Like actual voice actors who worked on Star Citizen early on are no longer with us.
Guess what they're gonna do? They have to rewrite lines for them. They're definitely gonna just use.
They have AI. Yeah.
Well, one of them is like the guy, like one of the characters early on. So like even in the story, supposedly they go away. So their lines are done. But there are other people who are like, you don't have a voice actor for this person anymore. But that's pretty rough when your game is in development for that long that your team members are dying.
Yes. Dropping like flies. We gotta put this game out.
I'm sure.
Again, it's like I said, I think it's only like 2, maybe 3 people. It's not like everybody, but it is. It's like one of those bad omen things. You're like, something feels uncomfortable.
Yeah. Right. I just dropped a cartoon in the chat. I'm sure some people have seen it before.
Yeah, see that.
Yes, finally.
Let's see.
He's in space.
Oh yeah. The truth is like the KOTOR 1 and 2 remakes will be probably out before Star Citizen as well, which is kind of absurd because they'll be basically lapping Star Citizen at that point.
No, it's
I think the Elite sequel will probably be out by that point as well.
It's unbelievable.
It'll be like Euro Truck Simulator. You know, you'll be pretending to drive a spaceship. To take a break from flying your actual spaceship.
Actually, when you find Raxla, it just teleports you into a Star Citizen instance. And,
that would be so bad. Way back before I met Michael, way back when we were doing dead end circumnavigation. The whole concept of that was Raxla might be a launch point on the edge of the galaxy that connects
like to Star One or something
with Andromeda. Like it might be like a star trail, right?
Yep.
I see.
We didn't really believe that, but that was like kind of the lore behind it, right? That was the lore concept.
Yes.
What if they did put Raxla in the game and they used it as a launch site to go to Andromeda and just make the new universe game Elite Dangerous 2 over in Andromeda? And you could play Elite, and if you ever wanted to, you just fly over to Raxla, teleport on a planet to Andromeda, and now you're in Elite 2 over in Andromeda.
See, that would be cool.
See about integrating that if you have different game engines and everything.
Yeah.
You get the evil Milky Way with the opposite cross.
The opposite
the evil Milky Way. Yeah, that's right. It spins the opposite
Mirror
direction.
universe.
Weeks start on Tuesday.
Everything's evil.
No. If you're going to be evil, your week starts on Friday.
Ooh.
Oh God.
There,
don't
that's
even say
that's
that.
evil
Doesn't
right
start at
there.
all,
Yeah.
because you already destroyed the week. You destroyed the concept of time. Obviously. That's what being evil means.
I'm going back to work. You guys have a wonderful time. I'll see you on the block.
Actually, I think we have to come to an end because we're already 10 minutes over 2 hours.
Oh,
Not a bad time.
Past bedtime for everyone.
You know, I just wanted to pop in to talk about terrain, and I was right. But I also want to say to everybody who was part of the whole Distant Worlds event and all of this, you know, I didn't get to be a part of a lot of things. I've got a weird schedule since I moved back to America and then moved back to the East Coast now. But I've seen some amazing things from so many people, and so many people writing about their experiences, and people who were here for the first time and people who were here before me all the way back in Distant Worlds 1. And there are so many people who are like concerned about the badges or the decals or all this stuff. And people are like, oh, you're going to have fakers riding this. They don't matter. Nobody else matters except for you and your experience and what you did. And you are the one who gets to carry that with you always. No one can take that from you.
Here.
So, you know, just enjoy that and be proud of what you've accomplished yourself, because you know what you did, and that's all that matters.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yep.
Exactly.
Yep.
Everybody knows what I did.
Yeah, classic Henrik moment.
Flight danger's out there, guys.
That's just
But
how it goes.
I think.
But yeah, thanks for having me on the podcast for one last time, everybody. It's been a pleasure being your DJ, podcast host, whatever the fuck else I've been for you. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening to my nonsense.
Yeah,
as Chank said, we carry the experience with us. I know what I did.
Around.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure when we will bring back any kind of podcast. But stay tuned for that, because I have ideas that I still need to figure out.
We are still running the radio,
right now,
right?
so that's gonna be
Radio's still booming.
But yeah,
'Cause I'm working on maybe getting my own schedule, so I might. No promises.
Finally, I get
no
to hear Chank
promises
on the radio.
Do a radio show again. That would be interesting. Yeah, no more Distant Worlds 3 podcasts, but podcasts. Well, we might. Who knows? Distant Worlds 4, you know. But, thank you everyone for being here with us for all the time, for continuously tuning into the podcast, and for making this the success that it has been. And yeah, we will see you around on FleetCom, in the galaxy, in the black, here on the radio, and wherever else. So yeah, have a good one.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Okay, well.
Bye-bye.
See you when I see you.